Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of my pay-to-play flipping series. We're going to go from 0 to 100 mil using the Grand Exchange only. So today we're starting off at about 12 mil. We're on day 10, so we have quite a bit left on our membership still. Sorry I haven't made one of these episodes in a couple days, but I've just been kind of busy with some other video ideas, but we'll make sure to get these out still. Okay, let's get started. So first up, I think we're going to do the Dragon Mace. It has about a 3k margin on it, and I think the buying limit is 70. Which would give us about 215k, assuming we buy and sell them all, which is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and buy, I think, 70 of these, and we'll get them for about, let's see, 33,500 about, maybe a little less. 33,420. And we'll do 70. And next up, we might do the Chocolate Dust, which actually has a 26 GP margin on it, and it is a very cheap item. So I'm a little confused about that, but hopefully they actually buy and sell. I think the limit is something like 10,000 or maybe 13,000, so it's still a pretty high buying limit. Now let's see if we actually get this many for this price will be interesting, because they are quite lower than they normally are. And for the last item here, I think we're going to do the Asheville Rune, which has worked pretty well in the past. Again, it has a 6 GP margin on it, which is quite good. And I think the buying limit is 10k for the Asheville Runes, but I should know, I tested myself, but 10k or 12k. Either way, we'll be making probably 60 to 80k, which would be nice. The flips are in, and we did quite well on most of the items. We'll start with the Astral Runes, because they're simplest. We only got 1 GP on the Astral Runes, so only giving us 10k for that. The Super Energy Potions, we got a 407 GP margin on, and 2,000 of those. That's, well, 815k from that. And the Chocolate Dust, we got 7 GP on each one, and 13k. Which surprised me, and we actually got them all. So that's 91k from the Chocolate Dust, which is really good for the cost of the item. And we're still in the process of selling the Dragon Maces. So once again, that's like a 1 mil flip. The bulk of that's the Energy Potion, but we will not talk about that too much. Okay, so we're going to try flipping the Mud Rune. Had a pretty good margin on it, you can see there. I had a 600 GP margin on it, I believe, which is definitely not right, but we're going to go ahead and try to buy some of these anyway. Doubt we'll be able to sell any of them for 9.10, but you never know. You'd be surprised how many people just jack up the price just to get that bought quickly, so they might make a mistake, so we'll go ahead and do the Mud Rune. And we're also going to put an offer in for this random new item, the Dark Bow Tie. I don't know, it's possible people might just be dumping these because they don't want them. So the G price is 5 mil, but we're going to put it in for 1.2 mil. It's just kind of a shot in the dark and see what happens, pretty much. Okay, so the flips are in, and a little messy, but we did pretty good. So the Dragon Maces, we had to calculate because we sold it in 2 different groups, but we made about 50k off the Dragon Maces, so not so bad, but not that great. The Energy Potions, we got another 217 GP margin, giving us 434k. The Mud Runes are still in the process of selling, but we are getting a decent profit on them. And the Dark Bow Tie, we didn't end up buying. So whatever, the Mud Runes we'll just have to sell for probably a cheaper price, so we're going to pull them out. But we should still be making a decent profit on them as well. Okay, so first up we might do some bolt racks, just kind of randomly trying some different items. It had a 6 GP margin on them, and they must be sold quite a lot. I think over a couple million a day at least, so we're going to buy them for 83, and we'll buy the buying limit, which I think is 11,000, or maybe it's 13,000, but whatever. And lastly here, we're going to do another Super Defense Potion. Haven't done these in a little while, so I'll toss it in here, but it has a pretty decent margin on it. We're going to bed, so we're going to see if we can buy 4,000 of them overnight. Okay, so we have sold everything, and once again, things are a little bit messy just because they didn't all sell in one chunk. But just to explain it, start with the bolt racks. That was pretty easy. We got 4 GP on each one and 11,000 of those, so that's 44k. The Super Defenses, we got a 127 GP margin on them, and we got just over 1,000 of those, so that's 146k. The Mud Runes we sold in 2 different clumps, added it together and calculated. We made about 97k in the Mud Runes, because we got pretty decent margin on the first 2,000, and then a pretty average one, and then the last 7,000. I've given us about 97k, which is pretty good for a rune. So yeah, let's go find a couple more items. So I think we're going to actually do some crystal keys again. It looks like it has over 1,000 GP margin per key, which is pretty good, so we're going to have to go just put the 2 offers in again for the loop half of the key and the tooth half of the key. We have about 7.1 mil left, so we should be able to get a couple hundred of these. So the tooth halves we're going to put in for just over 30k, which is definitely a bit lower than they normally are. So we'll try 180. And for the tooth half of the key, or loop half of the key, sorry, they're much lower than they normally are. I noticed they're down to like 8.1k or something, or 8.5. But it's still quite a bit lower than that. I've seen them in the past. Either way, this still adds up to over 1k profit on each key. and we got perfectly 180. Okay, well let's come back when these have bought. Okay, so we have 2 flips coming in here, but they are very good ones. So the energy potions, again, we got a 227 GP margin on them, and 2,000 of those gives us 455k. It's pretty good. And the crystal keys, we still managed to get a 1.5k margin on each one, which is actually quite good. If I had more money and bought more keys, I would have made some serious bank. But we can only afford 180 keys, but 1.5k times 180 keys is 265k. So that's still really nice. We're getting quite a bit of profit this week, so yeah, let's try to keep it going. Okay, so I think we're going to do the crystal keys again. They still seem to have about a 1.5k margin on them, so if I was actually able to invest most of my money in this, I would be getting quite a lot. So we've already put an offer in for the tooth halves for 30 and 1 GP, and so for the loop halves we'll do another 250 of those, and hopefully we can keep our 1.5k margin and get about 300 or 400k from this. And I think just to use the rest of our money, we're going to put an offer in for the air orbs. They seem to have a 38 GP margin, which is not too bad for how frequently they're traded. So we'll go ahead and buy probably, I don't know how many we can afford, maybe 10,000? Sorry, not more like 3,000. Okay, so something a little weird happened. We kind of got the crystal keys split up, but apparently the tooth half of the keys have crashed quite a bit. But we'll go through this first. I'll start with the air orbs. That was easy. We actually did get a 45 GP margin on them. And 3,000 though gives us 135k in profit. Now the crystal keys, I broke it up because we actually kind of lost money on them because we got the crystal keys, about 129 of them made, and we did get about 900 GP profit on them, which would give us 118k. But the tooth half of the keys that we had left over, because we only managed to buy 129 of the loop half, so we can only combine that many keys. So we had about, I don't know, 130 or something tooth half of keys left over, and those sold at quite a large loss of 2.6k each. So we lost 159k on the tooth halves. So over and all, we lost a bit of money on the keys. But you can see here in the background, the tooth halves have dropped down to 25k each. So we're going to go ahead and buy a bunch of these and try to get our money back. So we're going to put them in for 25k and 10 coins. So theoretically, every single tooth half of key we buy, we should be in 5k, which is quite a lot. So we'll put an offer in for that and hope it completes. So the original plan was to find another item, but these are coming through quite quickly. I'm just going to put another offer in just in case we do hit the 250 limit, or 250 keys that we have in our other offer slot. I will go put another 250 in because this is a good opportunity to make some serious money actually. But with the rest of our money, we may actually put another offer in for the fire orbs. They had a pretty decent margin on them, and the orbs do buy and sell pretty quickly. So we'll do 1,200 orbs. Not 12, we'll do 1,200, and we'll come back when the keys have sold. Okay, so we are back, and we managed to get 117 tooth half of keys, which is pretty nice. It would have been awesome if we had managed to get more, but obviously not that many people were selling them at that price because they didn't really feel like it. But still, on the 117 keys we did get, we got about 5k margin, giving us 643k, which is pretty good. We easily made up any of the losses from the last flip. And the fire orbs, again, pretty small, but we got 30 GP on them each and 1,200, giving us 36k. So we got about 700k in total from that flip, so pretty nice. So we started this episode at about 12 mil on the dot, and we are going to be finishing it at 15.1 mil. So we made over 3 mil this episode. That is awesome. We're starting to make a lot more progress as our cash stack gets a bit higher. I mean, we still have 8 days left on our membership, so maybe we can get to 20 mil, who knows, but we'll try our best. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys in episode 13.